Hello and welcome to Let's Play Modded Skyrim. Last time we were just re-equipping ourselves to make the journey up to Bleak Falls Barrow. We got this mission from the trader inside Riverwood Trader. If you remember, the shopkeeper and his sister were having this disagreement about a golden claw that had gone missing. There was a break-in earlier by some bandits, and all they took was a golden claw. And these bandits apparently hide out at Bleak Falls Barrow, which is a very ominous sounding place. Rololf, the Stormcloak companion that we had early on, pointed it out and didn't seem to be too fond of the place. The shopkeeper also said it was too dangerous for his sister to go up to, even though that unarmed sister seemed to be quite happy to go and chase these armed bandits. I think it's probably the best idea for me to go up and try to take back this golden claw. I spy a wolf, which does not decide to attack me because I've got the friendly creatures mod installed. All they do is stand there growling. I think the AI is set so that up to a certain distance all they do is stand off and play a growling or threatening animation at you. The same goes for bears, skeevers and wolves. So bears are just going to roar at you and stand up. Just taking a look at the two moons that are in this universe. Apparently there are two moons called Massa and Secunda, and the positions of these moons actually makes a difference a lot to the Khajiit race, the cat race that's in the Elder Scrolls series. Even though we've just strolled up the path only around about 1 or 2 minutes already, we change from a temperate climate up to a snowy climate. Really starting to blizzard it down now. There's some sort of watchtower up ahead, and I'll just be cautious here because I see a bandit hanging around in the distance. Take out my longbow. The bandit doesn't seem to mind aiming at him. Gives me a choice to get off a couple of arrows onto him. Though he's closed the distance really quickly, only 2 arrows in him. I just need to switch over to melee. Take a step back, hope he doesn't one-shot me. Not doing as much damage as I'd hope, but he's not attacking me. So massive success with a kill move, and my map compass tells me that there's just one more bandit up ahead. I'll zigzag to avoid his arrows. They tend to miss a lot in this game. No real bad thing for me. It looks like he's backed back into the tower, hopefully. Still manages to ping me with an arrow. I'll just try to lock him out of the bow and arrow sequence. I'll just quickly hug him to death. For some reason it's still snowing inside this tower. You can get mods that make the snow into objects, but it's really hard work for your graphics card and your CPU, and it's not really that useful. What I don't like in this game is the naming of the bows. For some reason the hunting bow is stronger than the longbow. Of course, isn't the longbow supposed to be one of the best bows in the world? I think the damage stats are the hunting bow does 14 and the longbow does 12. Imperial bow, which is what I have, does 16. Well, I just wonder what I've done with that other dead body. I'll just quickly go out and see where I've left him. However, I can't seem to find him. Maybe he's just been pushed off the cliff or fallen through the floor, which sometimes happens. Just round here I can see a waving piece of fabric, which means a tomb is very nearby, and that's Bleak Falls Barrow. There's only one way to go that way though. Can't climb over the mountains. I need to loot the rest of the tower though. Hopefully there's some treasure around here. Seems empty though. Not much to see. I can hear something though. Another bandit, I think. Bandits aren't very subtle. They start talking to themselves. So they wouldn't make very good sneaks at all. These areas are really close combat and there's no room for bows and arrows. I think he's at the top of the tower. Down he comes. I'm not fully healed yet from my last confrontation, and my stamina's been absolutely thwacked down, so I can't do all that much. He's also blocking all the time. Not good for me. I just need a chance to catch my breath. And he's backing me up into a wall again, which I desperately need to get out of. Just shimmy round the corner. Fortunately, he's obsessed with taunting me, so I can use that to get away. But he's still really hard work, and my stamina's not coming back up. I think I'll just back out of this room and try to get some more manoeuvring room on him. But he's being smart and just pressurizing me all the time, not giving me a chance to recover. So this fight isn't looking that good. I just need to get the higher ground. Or maybe I don't need to. He's not blocking so much, so I can just swing him to death. Yep, he goes down a lot easier than I thought. Fights like that though, they are tough going for me. You absolutely must block, otherwise you're going to be dead in 2 hits. Otherwise I think the rest of this place is quite clear. No more bad guys anyway. Sometimes in these places there's a magical item or piece of equipment that will really help me out. Because if I have trouble with one bandit, I'm going to have trouble with a whole group of them. And up these stairs is a chest. Healing potions, which I'm going to need. But honestly, not much else. But yeah, those healing potions are really important. I'm not so much of a magic user, but still anything that recharges my magic is going to be useful as well. I do have the spells Shock and Flame, so in an emergency I can use those. Flame in this game does more damage because it causes your opponents to set on fire, but Shock helps damage their magicka as well, so they can't fight back with magic so much. Shock is also a lot faster. So if you're fighting against magic users, sorcerers, then it's the best option. Also, you don't find that many creatures or monsters who are resistant to shock. There's a few that are resistant to flames. Most of them are resistant to cold though. So up here we've discovered Bleak Falls Barrow. I'll start to sneak up here, because by the gift of playing this game before, I know there's going to be some enemies coming up very soon that I'm either going to have to avoid or I'm going to have to kill. Getting thirsty right now is not a good thing. Fortunately I've got some boiled water and some food that I'll just quaff down now. I don't want to be encumbered in the fight. Suddenly having to walk is a bad idea. I can't see them anywhere. I know that they're around here somewhere. I'll cheat a bit and just use my third person perspective to try and find them. Can't see them though. Don't seem to be anywhere around here. Not down there. Looks like there's someone standing up there. Hopefully they haven't noticed me too much and I'll just be able to shoot them. Oh, I've just Being found out. This is not going to be good for me. Not good at all. Stuck with 2 bandits and I have died. Thought so. Those bandits definitely deserve death. I'm just wandering over to pay my respects in a temple, they just come out and kill me. Not good at all. I'm just going to have to completely change my tactics of approaching them. Getting stuck 2 versus 1 is not a good idea. Note that for the record. Possibly sneaking up on them and taking out one at a time with a bow and arrow is a good idea, but I can't go up and fight them hand to hand, otherwise I'll be thrashed very quickly. I can just run up here because I know they're nowhere near at the moment. I'll just check out where I got stuck last time so I don't end up here. Definitely don't want to end up that way. Uh-oh, someone's detected me already. That's not good. That's 3 bandits. I'm going to be a bit overwhelmed, so I'm going to have to whittle a few of them down with a bow and arrow. Hopefully I'll be able to get off at least 1 shot onto them. Yep. 1 hit. Looks like 1 hit's going to be all I'm going to get. Just thinking the Staff of Fury might be very useful right now. Get those bandits fighting amongst themselves. Unfortunately needs a bit of charge up time. And they run away from my staff. They don't like it. Time to hit them again with it. I've such a poor aim. Can't use it in close combat though, because I'll just be stagger locked out of magic. Time for some blade work again. 2 against 1, so I'm in the same situation as I was in before. It's not gonna be that good. Doesn't look too hopeful. Although their health is quite low, so I do stand a chance. I just wonder if I can heal myself before I get killed. Probably just another couple of hits and I'll have one of them down. It'll be a fairer fight. Oh, but not that fair because I'm dead. Getting double-handed is never going to be a good thing. So that's 2 deaths from bandits. Quite embarrassing. I'm definitely not going to underestimate them next time. That is going to be my final death. I will not die anymore this episode. If I die, I will edit it so I will be straight back fighting them again, because I'm sure you don't want to see 5 or 6 deaths an episode. That will be extremely boring and extremely depressing as well. Surely Skyrim is not that difficult. New tactics, bow and arrow time. Also, I'll make use of all these poisons that I've got. This frostbite venom does 5 points damage to health and stamina for 4 seconds. Should make one of them go down at least, so it's going to be a fair fight. Poisons are a little bit overpowered, but I don't mind. Not now anyway. I think that 2 of them are Nords anyway, so they're not actually going to take too much damage from my poisons. Instead of taking 5 for 4 seconds, they're going to take half that damage, so 10 points of damage in total. I think they've seen me, so what I'm going to do is just back away very quickly. The eye on my screen is half open, so I'm sure they are searching for me. In fact, I can see them just poking their heads over the edge of the stairs. They're walking very slowly though, but they're giving me plenty of opportunity to poke them full of arrows. This is a bit of a AI exploit. The bow and arrow is far too overpowered if you manage to backpedal and shoot people with arrows. I must have shot off about 10 arrows into them right now. Most of them of course have missed. I'm not the greatest aim, but I should at least taken at least one of the bandits down before I have to switch to my sword. And what I will do is I'll also poison my sword as well, so I'll do a bit more damage onto them. I'm super dexterous, so again that happens instantly. These guys are the same guys that killed me last time, the same twins. Time to end your family line. I like this Imperial sword though, it's super fast to use. A lot faster than their two-handed weapons. So I can sneak in an attack just before they swing at me. Just try to block. That block was not successful. He took off half my health. I'll definitely need to heal up again. That's 3 healing potions. Otherwise I would be dead very soon. But one of them's down already. I should be able to beat him. Done, all stamina out, almost dead, so just about scraped through here. I'll just admire my handiwork. I feel a bit peckish after that apparently. A bit of a workout, get a bit hungry, get some protein in afterwards. Just wondering whether their armour's better than mine. I don't think so. I think that my fur armour currently beats their hide armour. Almost all the light armours are going to be the same. The only ones that are considerably better than the starting armours are the scaled armour and the glass armour, obviously. But I'm nowhere near leveled up enough to get things like that. I'll just stick with what I've got for now, and I'll enter the barrow, and hopefully I shall see you guys next time.